All right. Hello, KMA tribe, friends, family, students. Today's podcast is going to be just slightly different because what I want to do, first of all, I'm going to do something that I've never done for you, and that is read from one of my books. Now, in transparency, this book is the one that I'm writing next. It's Meditations on Mastery, Volume 2. It's called Secrets Your Parents Never Told You because they probably never knew. And I'm going to read to you the introductory chapter that I just wrote this morning. So hot off the press. And then I want to really kind of pre-frame and get you excited about the podcast that we're going to do 2 weeks from today, because I am so excited and honored to have a really world-class speaker on this podcast. Not that we haven't before, obviously, with Grandmaster Smith and others, but you know, Lee Miteer. It's Lee Miteer. I'll give you kind of a little spoiler. Lee Miteer is she's written 16 books. She is a world-class, award-winning, best-selling author, and she's an entrepreneur and mentor and business coach. I'll give you a little more specifics on her, the bio, and what we're going to talk about later. And it's because of the fact that what I wrote about this morning and what Lee writes about all the time there's some similarity. And it's important and relevant similarity that I wanted to share with you this day. And especially because I think that during a time of turbulence, during a time when there is so much potential distraction in the world, when the external is so noisy and boisterous and downright negative most of the time, during the pattern, right? We know that those of us that have been around long enough know that it's just a pattern that every 4 years you got all the people slamming each other, and unfortunately that trend has gotten more and more negative, over the decades that I've been alive. There was a time when it was truly just debate. Having said all of that, the common thread in what I wrote this morning, which led me immediately to think about Lee, is that it's our inner world that determines our outer world. So with no further ado, I'm going to start by just reading to you what I wrote this morning. Love to hear what you think. You can go to, our official KMA family Facebook page and talk about it there if you like. In fact, I'll probably share this there, which of course would create a very easy string to comment if you'd like. And intro. I'm not sure how you feel about your upbringing. I've been told that some people were born into perfect families with perfect lives and perfect parenting, where the wisdom ran rampant and the discipline was always right, and the kids all got along, or at least I may have seen this on TV. The point of that is that our parents did the same that those of us that are also parents did and still do, the best we can with the information available to us. The fact is, all any of us can ever do is that. The best we can do with the information available to us is the best we can do. It's true for all of us and in all we do, not just as parents, but also as leaders, employees, entrepreneurs, husbands, and wives, and as just plain old imperfect people in a plain old imperfect world. And the premise that we will do the best that we can do with the information available to us assumes so much more already. The truth is, more often than not, people don't usually act immediately, decisively, nor consistently with the best information available to them. That's because so many other things play a role in the other missing link, the one that keeps us from doing what we should do, even if and when we know what it is that we really should do. Even in the presence of all the best information, most lack execution. There are many reasons that we fail to execute. It can be a deficiency of any of the foundational black belt superpowers that I wrote about in Meditation on Mastery, Volume 1. Or it could be fear, uncertainty, overwhelm, complacency, depression, confusion, or any of the other enemies of the inner world. Our success in our inner world is the direct and predictive precursor of our success in the outer world. But more succinctly, and at the risk of stealing my own thunder as I write this book, one cannot possibly be truly successful in their manifested outer world in their business or personal or financial relationships until they are confident and competent in their inner world first. In my Leadership Academy, that also happens to teach the most practical self-defense, Krav Maga martial arts, our mission is to create confident and competent black belt leaders, prepared to survive and thrive in any situation and empowered to lead, where they're at and into their futures. We do this quite well. The secrets I will reveal in this book are some of the ways that we do this. Yes, students are also made physically fit in our Black Belt Leadership Program and competent at self-defense, even in the worst possible scenarios. But the real secret sauce, that thing that prepares them truly to survive and thrive in any situation, is mental. We help students master their inner world so that they may become masters of their outer world. They learn mental and emotional control, grit and resilience, and develop empowering beliefs that prepare them to create successful lives for themselves and those that they love and lead. It's almost magical, and I get so excited thinking, talking, or writing about it. I know how much the information, attributes, ideas, beliefs, concepts, and techniques that we instill through my Black Belt Leadership Program prepare students for a better life. I wish I'd have learned these secrets sooner, but my parents couldn't teach me because they probably never knew. I'm grateful I know them now, though, that I get to sow them into so many sensei and students at my academy, and also that now I get to share them with you. Please enjoy this book. If you'd like to question or comment on any aspect of it, I invite you to do so. You can email me at grandmaster@tampakravmaga.com, or better yet, ask me when you see me around the academy one day. If you're not training with us yet, you can start at tampakravmaga.com. By the way, most of our students train with their families. I have developed these Black Belt leadership strategies over decades of training and experience, and have helped hundreds of kids to prepare for success, and many adults to reprogram their own negative programming, from limiting beliefs to low self-esteem, or even straight up trauma, to more empowering physical, mental, and emotional mastery. And while I wish I'd learned these secrets sooner, I'm proud and grateful that I get to share them with families today. Thank you for being one of them. So that's what I wrote. I'd love to hear what you think. And listen, the basic premise obviously is that, the most important part is what's in your head. And that's what made me think about Lee Miteer, who I'm going to get to interview in a couple weeks, because Lee's an internationally known and celebrated entrepreneur, visionary, best-selling author, and award-winning professional speaker, TV personality, and business mentor. She provides business and success advice and resources to nearly 250,000 people around the world. And on and on. She has an impressive bio. But I can tell you personally, having met her, listened to her, read her, that she is a master of developing the inner world to create outer success. In fact, I have a few of her greatest books here with me right now. This was kind of the flagship, kind of kicked it off. Success is an Inside Job. I'm rereading it right now. Such a great book. And then when I heard her speak in Virginia just a few weeks ago, she gifted us also Spiritual Power Tools for Successful Selling and Activate Your Inner Power, a book of guidance messages. I love what she had to say about this stuff because I've believed it for years. I believe God does some of his greatest talking to me when I just, I'm praying on something, I'm thinking about something, I need his guidance, and then I just open up a book, and it's like God is speaking to me through the author. And, that's what her book there is all about too. I'm going to get to interview her next week for our Meditations on Mastery audience, and it's going to be amazing. So listen, if you're listening to this and you're already subscribed to that podcast, then congratulations, and it'll automatically come to your feed. If you're not, go to Apple or wherever you listen to your podcast and subscribe. Meditations on Mastery with me. Shad Steve, Grandmaster Stephen Del Castillo, everything got me listed in there. And of course, it'll also be on my website. There's a podcast section on my website at tampakravmaga.com. So it's going to be exciting. Put it on your calendar. 27 March, a couple of weeks from now, I plan to do that interview. And between now and then, think about what I said. The things that go on around us are like the water around a boat, right? What's important is what we let in. What's important is what we do with what's already there. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes, all of these things are what drive our behaviors, and our behaviors drive our results. So ponder that. Prepare to live empowered to lead. See you again real soon. Thanks for spending time with us.